Hello, end of July 2025. Still here, still on Mother Earth, still watching the planets as they appear to travel around us, reflecting back what's going on Mother Earth. 2025, exceptional, crazy year, a year of extremes so far and will continue this way, no doubt. The outer planets very much reflecting this extreme energy. Pluto moving into the sign of Aquarius in January. Neptune entered Aries in April. Saturn entered Aries in May. The two of them now sitting conjunct at the first degree of Aries. Uranus entering Gemini this year, first time in 84 years. And Jupiter entering Cancer. Tremendous amount of change ongoing. Pluto moving into Aquarius in January. We're certainly seeing this manifest. It's only at the 2-degree point, at the very beginning stages of this. Pluto, the planet of power and control, those in power and control, who have control and power over other people's lives, their life and death issues. Pluto is life and death itself. It's regeneration and its power and control over these. In the sign Aquarius, Aquarius is eccentric, and this is how the power is being expressed by those in power. During the period that Pluto's in Aquarius, their power manifests in an Aquarian fashion. We see this so far with what's going on in Gaza, extreme misuse of power. We see this taking place with the ICE removing so many immigrants in the US of A in a very powerful, overt fashion. Aquarius is freedom and rebellion. It's the masses and freedom issues. It's revolution. It's eccentricities, weirdness. It is science and technology. And power will be manifesting in these Aquarian ways for the next period of years. What we're all experiencing this summer, which might be very confusing for many people and challenging for many people, is the Neptune-Saturn conjunction, and added to that, Mercury is retrograde. The Saturn and Neptune conjunction, Saturn symbolizing reality and what is real in our lives, our structures, the systems that the government has in place that we rely on to keep our lives steady and regular and routine and reliable. This is Saturn energy, but Neptune is illusion, and Neptune erodes things and dissolves things. So when they sit together like this, our own personal secure structures, or what we thought was secure in our life, may be unsteady or possibly even eroding or dissolving during this time period. Saturn is teeth and bones and joints. It's time itself. It's all of our structures, our buildings, our relationships. It is the medical system, the health system, and the justice system, and all of our systems in place in our societies. These are the Saturn things. Neptune is eroding these away, showing us they're not to be relied on. Neptune is water, and we're starting to see a great deal of attention on water, be it flooding, extreme lack of water, and drought will be also part of the seed potential of this Neptune-Saturn energy. Now, Neptune is many things. It's prescription drugs. Saturn would be taxes and tariffs, raising the prices on these, and if that comes into play, that would be the Neptune-Saturn conjunction manifesting. But in people's lives, we're seeing disillusionment, uncertainty, confusion, because the structures and the people who represented stability, the people in our lives we were relying on to improve things and make our lives more stable, Neptune is showing us they're not stable. It was an illusion. It was a pretend. It was a scam. And many people are going to be disillusioned. Now, Neptune is our medical systems. So Saturn conjunct Neptune may show deterioration of our medical systems, the lack of it for many people. And for others, it's the beginning stages of new structures put in place on how the medical systems are operating. Structures dissolving things, or structures restricting things, or structures improving and solidifying and strengthening things, Neptunian things. This is what Saturn's all about on the positive way. So we're seeing this Saturn Neptunian energy manifest in our life, and for many of us it's simply difficulties more than usual with bones, broken bones, difficulty with teeth and joints. The Saturn things are drawing attention in a big way for many people. So we also have Uranus entering Gemini. And this occurred precisely as the big floods took place in Texas. Now, Uranus is going to stay in Gemini briefly for a period of months and then retrograde this fall back into Taurus. And then it's going to re-enter Gemini next spring in April. And again, the conditions will be the same. There may be, again, extreme flooding or extremes in other natural disasters. And this is a reflection of that shift of the Uranian energy. So in babies' charts being born at this time, between the month of May of this year, when Neptune first entered Aries, Saturn followed it in May, April, May of this year, until next spring, February, March, we see a conjunction of Neptune and Saturn in Aries in every birth chart of everybody born. So all the babies born will have Saturn conjunct Neptune in Aries in their birth chart. They'll also have Pluto in Aquarius in their birth chart, reflecting their inherent nature and the pattern of their lives as their lives unfold. Now, no one on the planet at this time has Pluto in Aquarius in their birth chart, because this hasn't happened for 250 years. And no one has Neptune conjunct Saturn in Aries in their birth chart, because this hasn't happened since the early 1700s. So a whole new group of souls are going to be born during this next period of time between now and next spring. Approximately 100 million babies are born all over the world during that period of time. Something to contemplate. As well, when we look at this Saturn-Neptune conjunction that's affecting all of us in such an extreme way, especially the collectively we're seeing it manifest. We're seeing it manifest with the lack of trade deals and the instability in the financial picture. We're seeing this symbolizes instability. Saturn can't be stable when Neptune is eroding away at it. So as long as these two are conjunct, our structures, our collective systems and structures will be struggling to be stable. As well, for the individual person, it would depend on your birth chart. If you were born with Neptune and Saturn aspecting each other at birth in a favorable way, with a trine or a sextile between them, then you will not be affected in a negative way by this conjunction. It would symbolize new beginnings in a positive, constructive way. But if you were born with Neptune and Saturn challenging together in aspect at birth, with squares or oppositions between them, then this conjunction, as it is in effect all summer, will manifest in those people's lives as stress and difficulties with the Saturn things in their life. The birth chart is like a map of your consciousness. It is a set of seed potentialities for the life. And the transiting planets activate. They trigger the energy of the seed potential in the person's birth chart. So a country has a seed potential in a birth chart, as well as all humans, anything that has a beginning. And this Neptune-Saturn conjunction, which is so powerful in its influence, affecting the majority of all of us to some degree collectively, the degree to which it will influence and show up in your own personal life would depend on the relationship between those two planets when you were born. and Mercury is retrograde. Be patient, stay flexible, keep a sense of humor, and take care.